So with spring swiftly approaching, now is the perfect time to ponder about the allure of drop-top motoring. And here with me today is my colleague Lerato Matabese, and we're going to evaluate two very different drop-tops.
Yeah, I think it's a proper chalk and cheese kind of situation today.
Chalk and cheese.
Chalk and cheese.
So at the really low end of the spectrum, you can have this, the Toyota Aygo Excite, which sheds its top in an interesting way. Not all the way, but
not all the way. But
enough to get the wind in your hair.
Yes, indeed.
Which we shall demonstrate.
We will indeed.
Now, Lerato, do the honors, please.
Man, I thought this moment wouldn't come.
It's exciting.
Here we go, here we go.
Is that
probably,
it?
That's it.
Okay,
it
that's
probably
it.
took about, what, 10 seconds?
10
Thereabouts?
seconds. Well, we'll time it a bit later.
We'll time it a bit later, but that was pretty quick. But here we are, basking in the elements now.
Basking. I love that word.
We are, man. We are. It's pretty cool. In fact, I personally, I've always liked the new Aygo. I think it's far better than the older car, and they've obviously added now a more exciting element, as cheesy as that sounds, with an open top.
You did say
version.
chalk and cheese.
Yes.
So there's.
So yeah, give or take, I think this is the cheapest open top you could buy. I think
You're right,
at 199,000 rand.
199, and
Yeah.
they do offer a lower spec version for about 169 thereabouts. So good value.
Good value for money. I think good value for money proposition. I can see a lot of sort of students, first-time car buyers going for something like this.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a convertible, man. You know,
Life is good.
life is good.
I do feel, however, that we should have maybe borrowed a pair of shorts and one of those brim hats from Marius Roberts.
Yeah, I
Because-
think we a little bit overdressed for this kind of car.
It does feel like we're going to the beach, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, having said that, I mean, we are in the city now, driving Johannesburg.
This is nice. I'm
This is
enjoying
nice.
this.
We're in traffic now, and the car is in its element at the moment.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
driving,
Light and nippy.
It's light, nippy.
We've got pop-out windows there.
Yes,
if you want to get an
the
extra
rear,
draft going.
Of course, you know. Funky little infotainment system. I
Yeah.
really like that. It's genuinely a funky car. I like it. You know.
You know, cars like this, I mean, this is the essence of motoring. A wheel at each corner.
Yeah. You're not paying an arm and a leg
True.
to get into a convertible.
Oh, it makes a good little sound.
Nice little 3-cylinder, you know.
And not enough
One-
power to
1
ruin
litre
your
engine.
hairstyle.
No. It's probably like a Targa, eh?
They should have called it the Aygo Targa.
The Aygo Targa. Yes, you know.
So let's add a scientific element to this test and
Yes.
see how refined it is with the top closed. And for the purpose, we brought a decibelometer, which Lerato will fire up now.
Yes, let's try and find that now.
I mean, this is proper consumer journalism.
It is consumer journalism at its
Okay.
best. So what we're basically trying to find out is whether Brennan and I can actually have a decent conversation while we're driving. And at the moment, I'm in the car, as you can probably see there. It's ranging anywhere between 63 and 70 odd decibels.
I'm doing about
And we're
60
doing
Ks
about
now.
60 kilometers, so it's not too bad. I mean,
What's that?
I can hear
64,
I can hear the engine.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think more than that.
No, it's surprisingly well insulated.
Yeah,
I must say.
very good.
So this is a surprising little car. We were really starting to enjoy all the science stuff, so we decided that we would do some more later. First though, it was time for a pit stop to find out how the other half live.
We were driving around in a little Aygo, which obviously presents one end of the scale of the spectrum of convertibles in South Africa, and we now actually went and looked for the other side of the spectrum. And of course, to tell us more about Rolls-Royce, the man at the helm himself, Marek Latoft. Marek, thank you for taking time to see us. So obviously, tell us a little bit about the Rolls-Royce Dawn, how you can configure it, and what can customers expect if they come to buy a Dawn.
Because Rolls-Royces are so special, most of our owners choose absolutely everything about the car. We've had people arrive with nail varnish colored bottles of nail varnish and want the cars painted that color, you know, etc., etc. And really the sky is the limit when it comes to that. So we have on the screen behind us the actual Rolls-Royce configurator, which is what we use, and you can choose absolutely everything. It is a very time-consuming process. This is something that can take the basic process of laying out the car is a bit like, think about it as an interior decorator doing a house for somebody. You know, the decision doesn't get made there and then on the spot in 5 minutes. And it's very rare that once they see a whole palette of colors or different kinds of finishes that people choose everything in one go. So we kind of guide the customer, started off from a certain basic brief that they give us. The car on the screen at the moment is the new Dawn Black Badge, which is the latest derivative. So as we know, the Black Badge derivatives of the Rolls-Royce Ghost family are the higher performance versions. And they come already with an existing sort of package of certain finishes, which is the carbon fiber interior, the carbon fiber on the wheels, and of course then you can really go to town. So this is a specific car that has been ordered and will be arriving later on this year and will be our launch vehicle that we will showcase. And we've chosen to go for some really, really striking colors and combinations.
Another question I wanted to ask, Marek, I mean, how long does it take to actually order a Dawn from ordering and actually taking delivery? What's the whole process?
So it just depends on how wild you want to go. The Rolls-Royce palette of colors and finishes is really quite vast, and you can probably get what you want out of it. So if we look at something relatively normal, you're probably looking at about 4 months from the time that you spec the car to the time that the car actually arrives. And it does take about 2 months of that is building the car, actual building. You know, they have that nice comparison of it takes a few hours to build a Toyota and a few months to build a Rolls-Royce. So there is that in it.
Well, you know what? Pour over our Aygo, inspect it, while we take one of these Dawns out for a quick blast through the countryside. The Dawn is every bit as ethereal to drive as you would expect, and soaking up the late winter sun from the exquisitely crafted leather and wood cocoon is an experience to savor. But perhaps more telling is the fact that you don't have to drive it at all to appreciate just how special the Dawn is.
So of course, when you unlock her, the spirit of ecstasy rises up out of her hiding place.
Don't get that on an Aygo, that's for sure.
No, you're going to say that a lot, so maybe you can just hold that comment for a while. And the nice part about it is that if you hold the key open, you can, obviously as you can open the roof, you can also close it. And you'll notice that the roof opens quite quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Dawn's roof takes 22 seconds to open. Let's see how quickly the Toyota does it.
I think this might be interesting. I reckon it'll do it much quicker.
Just say when.
Okay. I'm gonna count you down from 3.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it properly. 3, 2, 1, go.
Done.
There we go. 10.4 seconds.
Whoa!
That's
that's
like half the time that it took the Dawn
It is
to...
quicker than a Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
Asterisk.
Obviously, moving on to the other nice features that it has. So the ubiquitous umbrellas.
Let's have a look.
Which I love showing off because you know what a graphite shaft looks like when you see it. So the umbrella has a graphite shaft. Hold it tight on that end. With a solid metal milled handle.
So enormous is the disparity between the Dawn and the Aygo that it would be laughable to even mention them in the same sentence. The point of our exercise was rather to revel in a bit of al fresco motoring and to prove that you need not be made of money to do so.